Oh, you're so cute. Look at this. Look at this little guy.
Right. Hello. Oh, E. Want one.
It's so cute.
Oh. Look at you. Who are you?
You're so cute. Oh, it's just.
He's got like little. Oh my goodness. Look at it.
Oh yes, the Entropy Centre. In my opinion, a love letter to the Portal series and to a game called Event Zero. And I will prove why. So hello my brave knights, princesses and princesses and gather friends, and welcome to my review of the Entropy Centre. A game where you play a woman named Aria Adams, who wakes up on a space station called the Entropy. The Entropy is built on the moon because the Entropy people who made this place found a way to rewind time enough on the moon to where it showed vegetation. How does that work? Well, it's complicated. We'll get to that point though. This game is made on the Unreal Engine, and I've been looking forward to this game ever since I played the demo of this on a live stream. You can find that live stream actually on this channel, so go watch it and then come back here because I was really looking forward to this game. And I do think that my wait was pretty well waited for because this game is pretty good. Let me get that out there. It is a good game. It's just complicated, to put it simply. But yeah. You play Ari Adams, you're the only one on this space station as far as we're concerned, and you eventually meet, as you saw in that clip, E, and we will be seeing E a lot. Well, not a lot, we see him occasionally in this game, but he does make a difference. He's also adorable, and I want a plushie of him right now. Right now. You eventually get the Entropy device, which is a device that basically works by rewinding time. It can rewind objects, any object really, but it cannot rewind you, nor should you point the Entropy device at another Entropy device, or else it will cause what the AI tells us is a black hole. Now, when you pick up the Entropy device, the Entropy device comes with, as I said, an AI, and her name is Astra. She is your companion throughout this entire game. She gives little moral support, and she also is very quirky, lovable, and quite honestly very funny and silly, and sometimes a little naive.
Yeet.
Oh, God. What did you just say?
Yeet. Term used for when launching an object at high velocity. Would you like me to remove this word from my vocabulary?
Yes.
Yeet has been removed from my dictionary.
Oh. To explain how the Entropy device works and how to solve the puzzles in this game, because this game is full of them, we're going to give this over to Scientist Phil, who will explain basically how, in a way, to solve these puzzles, solving of these puzzles works. So Science Phil, take it away. Thank you. I appreciate being allowed to finally be here after so long. So the Entropy device is something that you point at object with, as fellow Phil explained. What you have to do with these puzzles is get said object from point A to point B and C, and then rewind said objects back to point A. So there's a lot of not only solving the puzzle in the present, but also thinking ahead of time to where the puzzle is going to be in the future, and rewinding said object to where you need it to be when you are where you are in the future. This game requires you to do a lot of thinking ahead of time. Does this sound complicated? It is, because it does get pretty complicated. These puzzles, as some people have said in my fellow friend's stream, were tedious, quite honestly. The jump pads, for example, are overpowered. You can stack them on top of each other, and if you jump on one and then jump on the other, you don't need the leap pads, which are these devices in the ground to push you great distances, unless you don't have any jump pads around, which do use leap pads because they are actually pretty handy. There are ways to solve these puzzles without, doing them the usual way. There are actually other ways to solve the puzzles although I'm pretty sure we did them mostly the way they were supposed to be done. There are puzzles that my fellow pal did here that likely weren't the way they were supposed to be solved, but that's the point of this game, is you can experiment and see if you can solve a puzzle in a way that isn't meant to be done some other way. Because the game allows you that freedom, though sometimes I do think that this game does want you to solve the puzzle the way they intend it to be. Doesn't mean you need to do so yourself. But the leap pads sometimes are underpowered. You have to be within a certain position sometimes, whether it be on the very top of them or in the middle, to reach where they jump you over to. Or you sometimes, if you don't do that, you just end up kind of, you know, going kersplat and not making it. It's the same thing with the cubes. If you do not put them on the leap pads correctly, they will simply just fly and never make it, and you kind of have to adjust it all the time to figure out which way is the best way to do it. Now this is all complicated, I understand, because it is complicated, honestly. But I think that it is not as hard as it looks. It simply is just a complex little thing. But if you notice, we have cubes in this game, and yes, cubes mean portal, because as our fellow friend said, this game is a homage to Portal. So you have, in this game, you have your cubes, Portal, you have your leap pads, Portal, you have your jump pads, Portal, you have the fact that you can't swim in this game, Portal, you have robots that start off friendly that turn into your enemies, Portal, you have lasers, Portal, you have walk pads, you have path cubes, Portal. There's a lot of Portal in this game, and that's okay. As my fellow friend explained in this game is basically Portal, only with time travel. You find out that the Entropy Centre basically does these has people do these puzzles to garner up energy, which is then used to do different things, but in this case, it came down to the focus of just rewinding the Earth, saving the Earth from cataclysmic events. Say for example, the bees all died. Well, the Entropy Centre would rewind the Earth to where the bees didn't die, and give the Earth the data about the bees dying, and then the Earth would just do something to where the bees wouldn't die. Or say, you know, the Earth was hit by a meteor shower and destroyed. The Entropy Centre would rewind it, and the Earth would be given time to create defenses that could defend against said meteor shower. Or say, world hunger, everyone dies of hunger, rewind, find out how not to do that. World dies by nuclear fallout, rewind, Earth, find out how that doesn't happen. But eventually, you find out over time that with each time that the Entropy Centre would rewind Earth and Earth would find a different outcome, eventually there came a point where no matter how many times the Entropy Centre rewound Earth, the same outcome would happen with one of the events. It just kept happening again and again and again and again. And they didn't know why. So they just left. And that's as far as I'm going to tell you about the story. There's a lot more in it, but that's enough to tell you to get by. You find out the story via the information consoles, the computers basically. I didn't find all of them. I wish I had, but I couldn't find all of them. Entropy Centre is a great game, and you should play it. There are people that are already trying to speedrun this game, apparently. One of their community members came into my chat, and I'm shook that people are already trying to speedrun it, which is kind of funny. Leave a like and subscribe, there's always room for more. And please subscribe. Right? If you made it to the end of this video, do subscribe, because it helps. It really does. And do stop by my streams sometimes. I do stream. And it's a lot of work. But the more people, the better. It's a good time over there. So come over, say hi. I don't bite, but I'll see you. We have another video coming after I'm done editing and posting this one. I'll be playing more Dead Reckoning. I'm kind of excited to play that. So look forward to that.